Good evening, everyone. Pleasant to be here today. If we look at the different objectives that smart cities have today, there are a lot of different things. And we at Nuuka believe that the smart buildings are forming the foundation for these smart cities. There are three different objectives that smart cities should have. First is the sustainability. So cities basically should aim for better sustainability, which means CO2 reductions, energy efficiency, and it is also worth noting that in the global cities, buildings are consuming 70% of the energy consumption, and they account for up to 30% of global emissions as well. Buildings should aim for better quality of life for inhabitants in the cities, and thirdly, for better economic competitiveness in order to attract better workforce to the cities. And we believe that smart buildings has a lot to do with this. Two most important tools for creating smart Helsinki is the new technology and open access to the data. Helsinki has committed to the different energy saving programs, like Katri mentioned earlier. So they are trying to achieve carbon neutrality by 2035. They also want to be an international trendsetter in energy efficiency. And to achieve these goals, they want to involve the building users based on the data to achieve these goals. Another interesting case is Smart and Clean Foundation / project that Tiina Kähä is going to talk more about today. But the target of the project is to improve the indoor air quality in the buildings and create new business around utilizing the indoor data in the buildings. And actually, if we take a look at this list, Nuuka is helping City of Helsinki in all of these objectives. And right now, Nuuka is implementing its software to the 1,000 buildings in Helsinki area. So this building portfolio consists of different libraries, schools, hospitals, and so on. And basically what we provide for them is a platform that collects the data from the buildings into one user interface. If you take a look at more specifically what we are doing for Helsinki, we connect to the different data sources in the buildings in Helsinki area. Those data sources are, for example, building automation systems, indoor air sensors from the Smart and Clean project, data services of different utility and energy companies, energy and water meters, feedback system, which is providing user feedback data from the buildings, and third-party IT solutions like Builder.com's ERP maintenance system. Nuuka is technology agnostic, and nowadays we have approximately 100 different interfaces to the different data sources globally. Then we bring the data to the Nuuka platform, which is built on Microsoft Azure database, and then we provide different software modules. And in the case of City of Helsinki, we provide energy reporting for 1,000 public buildings over here. So that basically means energy reporting, cost reporting, emission reporting on a building and portfolio level, main meter and sub-meter level. And this enables reacting in real time to the consumption deviations, which helps buildings to improve energy efficiency. Secondly, we are providing our HVAC and indoor air climate tools for approximately 100 buildings during 4 years period. And this means that we can see that in these buildings, the processes like heating, ventilation, cooling, those processes are working as they should based on the real-time data and analytics. And also we can see that, for example, in this room, the CO2 levels and temperature are remaining on a good level. So basically we help to Helsinki to improve indoor air quality in the buildings. We also connect to the feedback data in the buildings. So we get data from the feedback system. And this is interesting because now we can actually compare the actual indoor data and then the actual user satisfaction in the buildings. And we can have interesting correlation and analysis based on that data. So that's an interesting case as well. Then we are providing different options which are related to the space efficiency of the buildings. waste and sustainability reporting, and demand response applications. And demand response basically means that we can basically control the building's energy consumption based on the, for example, electricity market price, which is heavily volatile. But based on this, we will provide a user interface, including different kind of reports, key performance indicators, automatic alarms and notifications that are sent to the different stakeholders in the buildings, like maintenance people and technical managers. And then we provide a API connection to the third-party systems, and of course to all the different third parties that Helsinki wants to. So for example, students in the school can have access to the data via Nuuka. And basically, this all is trying to help to Helsinki to achieve the aforementioned goals in terms of carbon neutrality, energy efficiency, better indoor air quality, and building user involvement. This building over here that you can see is a building called The Edge, based in Amsterdam. It's Deloitte's headquarters. And it's been stated to be the smartest building in the world. It has received the highest ever BREEAM score, so it's the most sustainable building in the world as well. And this building is currently using Nuuka's analytics. And this building has a lot of different systems, thousands of data points, a lot of different people managing the building. And we believe that smart building is all about open interfaces and aggregating the data from different silos into one platform. In this building, we analyze different data, for example, different processes in the building, like cooling, heating, ventilation. And all this data is real time. And based on this, we can, for example, see that if it has consequences to the indoor air quality in the building, and moreover to the energy efficiency and energy consumption of the building. Then coming back to the city of Helsinki and taking kind of the future outlook, what's possible. So now when we start gathering the data next year into one platform, this will enable different models to be utilized in the future. And we see the buzzword machine learning as a really good possibility over here, and different kind of machine learning applications, such as improving the efficiency of specific air handling unit in the building, or optimizing the space efficiency in the buildings, is possibly by utilizing machine learning if you have the data into one place, which in this case is Nuuka. So this will enable to even further develop the indoor air quality, energy efficiency, and space efficiency of the buildings. This is what is smart building, and this will lead to a smarter city. Thank you very much.
Already, what is some of that, that low-hanging fruit that many buildings go for when it comes to a system like Nuuka and getting them into the building? Where can they start that's the easiest place?
Low-hanging fruit, I would say we have a lot of different module applications inside of Nuuka. And for some, it may be even too much information. So I would say you should start with the energy reporting, get the basics stuff like ongoing. But after that, you should go for making sure that your indoor air quality in the building is good, and tracking down the different processes in the buildings. Depends if you have a big building portfolio, then you may use Nuuka from different angle, and you want to manage the portfolio on a big level. But if you want to go really deep into the one building and specific processes, you have a tool for that as well. So it depends.
Sure. And how many of these modules or applications are now kind of available for the building user or owner?
Right now, I think there is 8 different software modules. But as I mentioned, we are now creating new services based on the machine learning, because now we have all the data from many different buildings. And this is really something that we want to focus more in the future. I wouldn't say that the amount of the different software modules are going to increase in the future, but I think we need to focus on the quality of those modules and really creating value out of the data.